Welcome back to another video. Today we're in the Open Great League running the Medicham lead paired with the Registeel. Let's see how this team synergizes and let's see if we can get some wins here. The Open Great League, unfortunately, there are some very key XL Pokemon you need. One of them being the Medicham, and pairing it with the Registeel is a really good pairing. We also are adding in Altaria to this team for more coverage. Essentially, what you can think about is the Altaria and Medicham pairing is a good core, but also Medicham and Registeel is a good core. So it's very interchangeable. And the way that we set up this team right now, the Registeel could be our safe switch. So that's a little bit of the breakdown of the team. Here we see that they swapped into their Altaria, and we counter swap into our Registeel. Unfortunately for them, they're running Dragon Pulse Sky Attack most likely, and we let that first one, we let that Registeel go, mainly because we know that we have counters to their backline. So GG's to our opponent right there. The Medicham would be able to take out that Swampert, especially with 2 shields in the back. So let's see what we do on the next one here. That was a good first game. It was just a stronghold on everything we had faced. Oh, interesting lead here. This is going to be unfavorable for now. Oh, okay. Well, looks like they just decided to quit. They were too scared of the Altaria. All right, next game. That is a really interesting Great League Pokemon to make, but it looks like they were just having some fun, or I don't know, just trying to test out some new stuff. Next, let's see what we face here. If you don't have the Medicham on this team, I guess you could potentially find another fighter, but unfortunately Medicham XL is just way too strong. It just can handle way too many things. So here they switch into the Registeel. Registeel is a safe switch, pretty common. We're gonna switch into our own Medicham here. We don't get the debuff, so we do win that debuff roulette, and then we're gonna go and try to farm this down. We're actually not necessarily trying to throw at this Reggie, because we want energy to throw back at their Pelipper here. Unfortunately for us, they do get to win CMP tie, but this is what I'm talking about. XL Medicham able to barely survive some of these attacks and helps us get to one of our own attacks. So that's essentially what I'm talking about. XL Medicham is just unfortunately one of those things, just too strong, whether it can power through stuff or it can tank just that little extra move. There's not something really replaceable for it. Anyways, here we were trying to waste all their energy here. So we go in with our Registeel. We shielded the first Earthquake, and now we're trying to catch the second one. Ooh, unfortunately for us, they were aware that we were trying to catch, and this is going to be GG's. Unfortunate that they had the Stumpist, Galarian Stumpist in the back. Kind of a core breaker between our Registeel and Altaria, especially with them up a shield. But we tried. We had that one play to try to catch their move, and unfortunately it didn't happen. So here we actually decided to go for a Zap Cannon to try to get a debuff, and then maybe we can survive their incoming Earthquake. Oh, and we didn't even get the debuff, so this is for sure going to take us out. So GG's to our opponent right there. Just a strong backline for their end. The Registeel, even though it is a very common save switch, that one also you generally want to trade for. So keep that in mind. You want to trade for a lower attack one just so you can survive, some extra counters potentially. So great first lead. They swap into their Skarmory. We come in with our Registeel. We know that this is a really, really favorable matchup. Here, generally, I just go for a Zap Cannon and then full farm down. Okay, so looks like they're going to throw attack as well. Probably the Brave Burst so they can debuff themselves. All right, that makes sense. But either way, if you run into a Skarmory, usually I end up just throwing a Zap Cannon because it doesn't KO, but then the remaining health you can just farm down. You'll probably, depending on if you get the debuff or not, you're probably going to take another move from the Skarmory, but in this case, they debuffed themselves so much that we were able to just farm down with the lockdown. And then here, we're looking to throw 2 Focus Blasts. We don't shield this one. We do survive. Here, they switch out. Unfortunately for them, we already have a Zap Cannon ready, and we're going to throw the Zap Cannon right back at this Sableye, and they get an attack debuff. So this is 100% the GG's. All we have to do here is take out this Sableye, and even if they take out our Altaria somehow, we have Medicham in the back with 2 shields versus that Swampert. It's a really, really favorable matchup. So here, we're just going to go for the Moonblast, take it out, not mess around anymore, because once we take out this Sableye, this Altaria is just going to be able to Dragon Breath or even Sky Attack away this Swampert. They go for the Hydro Cannon right there, and unfortunately for them, it is still not enough to take it out. Here we're just going to go for a Sky Attack and probably switch out to kind of force their hand. Let's see if they just leave or they play it out. Okay, they play it out. This is fine. And we don't even have to shield, so we just had a really, really, really favorable matchup. Once again, our opponent is running the Swampert Skarmory core. That's going to be pretty common as well. That's a pretty good core, pretty standard core if you don't have like the XL Medicham, Registeel, XL Azumarill, stuff like that. Swampert Skarmory, pretty good core. Okay, let's see if we can end up on a really good note here. If we can get another win, that'll be awesome. Let's see. Okay, Galvantch. Interesting. Basically, Galvantch is going to be popping up, trying to take down the Medicham / Noctowl core, or even like the Noctowl Lantern core. So, makes sense here. Here, we want to make sure we throw on ideal timing. They decide to shield. We were able to tank one, so this is the power of the Altaria versus the Noctowl. Noctowl, you probably have to early shield, but with the Altaria, it looks like we're going to be able just to one shield farm down. So here, we decide to just stay in and throw a Moonblast. This Moonblast is not going to do as much damage, but we know that we have the Registeel in the back to kind of take care of all this. We just got to get it in range of 1 Zap Cannon. So that's the thinking right here. So it is officially in range of a Zap Cannon, and we can tank Hydro Cannon or Hydro Pumps, anything for it. And our opponent leaves because they probably have a bad backline. So check out this team. Let us know if you enjoyed it, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.